Every day I log onto Twitter, it seems like there's a new national holiday trending. On Wednesday, it was National Grilled Cheese Day. On Thursday, we celebrated National Thomas Jefferson Day. Yikes. And today, Friday, April 14th, we have the perfect storm. It's National Dolphin Day, National Ex-Spouse Day, National Pecan Day, Pan American Day, and National Reach As High As You Can Day. And if you don't celebrate those all at once, I'm sorry to say you're probably a complete failure, and your dad is probably very disappointed in you. Which brings me to my main question. What the is going on? I get most of our big holidays like Arbor Day, trees, got it. But can a bitch not just have a boring Tuesday without being accosted for hashtags for National Hug a Plumber Day? Today on I Learned a Thing, where do holidays come from? Historically speaking, some of our favorite holidays happened because Christianity wanted more people to get down with Jesus. In the early days, Christianity was a very urban thing, concentrated in more densely populated areas. As soon as you got out of the city, though, religion was extremely regional, varying widely across different geographical areas. Some experts suggest that the church was fascinated by rural religious practices, and it wanted to incorporate them into Christianity. Other sources are just a little more pointed about it, suggesting that the church was simply ambitious and wanted more control and power. Either way, this relationship between Christianity and paganism birthed modern Christmas. December was a really big time for pagan celebrations, including most famously solstice celebrations and Saturnalia. And so Christianity decided to make Jesus' birthday happen around that time too. Easter, which also happens to be this weekend, was also formulated the exact same way. And that's our standard formula for holiday creation. Take a major instance of cultural appropriation, brine it in strict religion for several centuries, and maybe get an Xbox out of it. And then you have these new holidays that nobody seemed to celebrate before the advent of social media, like National Chicken Boy Day and National Accordion Awareness Month. If you're like me, you probably had the same first thought.
Capitalism did this. America's corporations have gone power mad, deciding that our calendars, the very concept of time itself, is theirs for the taking.
And, well, yeah, you'd be right. Some of these holidays were created by businesses with a very specific goal in mind. You may hear people referring to these holidays as Hallmark holidays, for obvious reasons. Secretary's Day, for example, was created by the National Secretaries Association in 1952, in an effort to fill major workplace shortages in the post-World War business boom. Some holidays begin totally altruistically but morph into capitalistic ventures. Mother's Day was not created to sell flowers. Anna Jarvis, the creator of Mother's Day, wanted to memorialize her own mother, but then the holiday caught on. She spent most of her life fighting corporate America and their efforts to turn the holiday into a flower and cards sales extravaganza. But what business is backing Accordion Awareness Month? Is Big Accordion out there trying to convince John Mayer to try a new sound on his next album? This brings us to our last and most disappointing holiday inception story, which is simply this. Sometimes people make weird shit up. Accordion Awareness Month was created by Italian accordionist Tom Torriglia in 1989. When asked about the holiday, Torriglia simply explained that, quote, "It was established as simply as me deciding it would exist." John Brian Hopkins, founder of Foodimentary.com, took it upon himself to make sure there was a food-related holiday to celebrate every day of the year, with many of his picks getting picked up and legitimized by outside sources. For example, Hopkins created National Onion Ring Day, now an official holiday supported by the National Onion Association. Sometimes Hopkins even changes his designated holidays based on his own personal whims, explaining, quote, "I might wake up a little groggy one morning and decide that I don't like what's being celebrated that day, so I make it a new one." So there you have it. That hashtag holiday you're celebrating on Twitter is likely just one big indulgence of one single man's cravings and whims. When you celebrate these holidays, you're actually allowing randos like John Brian Hopkins to puppeteer your life for no damn reason at all. Onion ring, anyone? That's all for today's video. If you liked it, click subscribe. I make a new one every single week. You can also find a playlist with more I Learned a Thing right here in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And as always, today's random end card fact. The Mona Lisa has the highest insurance value of any painting in history. In 1962, she was assessed at $100 million US, which would be nearly $800 million US today, or $1 billion US if she still had eyebrows.